Guys, is the world coming to an end or what? Why is Jay-Z just got accused of poisoning one of his ex-business partners? Guys, you know, man, these stories are starting to get real sticky around this joint, man. You know what I'm saying? You got Jay-Z around here accused of poisoning his business partner and been hiding. P. Diddy around here doing what he do. Hey, man, I just want to ask somebody something, man. What do 1,000 bottles of baby oil look like?
What are your thoughts on the allegations against Jay-Z?
That was interesting. When I was saying things, not knowing exactly what I was saying, but I was going, where's Jay at? He's mad quiet. Like while the Puffy thing was going on. But it's obvious now that the team was being made aware that he was in those allegations also. You know, so I hope it works out, because with his family, the things that go on internally is that those accusations are crazy.
Jay-Z is reportedly thinking about taking legal action against 50 Cent after all this noise started blowing up. And that alone is wild, because Jay-Z usually moves quiet, super calculated, and stays far away from messy drama like this. So the fact that his name is even getting pulled into this situation, yeah, people are definitely raising eyebrows and paying attention, but it doesn't stop there. It actually goes deeper. 50 Cent has been loud lately, especially after putting work into that documentary about Sean Diddy Combs. And if you know how 50 moves, he's not the type to just drop hints and walk away. He teases, he stirs things up, and then comes back with something even bigger. That's exactly the energy he's on right now. He basically said there's information he didn't include in the documentary, stuff he held back. And now he's talking like he might just put everything out there. His whole vibe is like, I'm not scared of anybody. And honestly, that's classic 50 behavior right there. Now here's the part that's making people feel uneasy. He's hinting that none of this is new to him, like he's been aware of certain questionable situations involving Jay-Z for a long time. Just think about that for a second. If that's true, why is everything starting to come out now? And then boom, Diddy gets pulled right into the center of all this chaos. As more investigations and allegations around Sean Diddy Combs start surfacing, people are suddenly side-eyeing everyone connected to him. And yes, that includes Jay-Z, especially since both of them came up in the same era, the 90s, when the industry was way less open and a lot more hidden than it is today. And you already know how the internet moves. Once people start digging, they don't stop. They go all the way in. Now folks are questioning Jay-Z's early days, how he really built his empire, his business plays, his connections. Everything is getting picked apart right now, and it's loud. Then things take an even darker turn. There are rumors floating around claiming Jay-Z may have harmed his business partner, but to be clear, these are unverified claims spreading online, and nothing has been proven. Still, the fact that people are even saying this, that alone is shaking things up. Now add 50 Cent into the mix. Someone who clearly enjoys calling things out and stirring reactions. He's not just talking, he's crafting narratives, putting together documentaries, and telling stories in a way that pulls people in and keeps them watching. And think about it, if he really drops whatever he's been holding back, that could shift everything overnight.
Look, if I didn't say anything, you would interpret it as hip-hop is fine with his behavior. There's no one else being vocal. So you would look at it and just say, because that mind your business, or let me not say nothing about nothing, or those things, it would allow the entire culture to register as if they're for that.
So now the big question is this just industry drama getting out of control? Or is there something bigger hiding underneath all of this? Because right now, the energy feels like things are only about to get more intense. And listen, singer Jaguar Wright is not holding back at all. She didn't sugarcoat anything. Jaguar Wright straight up said Jay-Z and Diddy are the same. No hints, no soft talk, just putting it out there loud and clear. And then she pushed it even further, saying Jay-Z might actually be worse. Now, when someone says something like that publicly, you already know it's gonna get people talking fast. But she didn't stop there. She also called out the silence from Beyonce and Jay-Z, and that's where things start to feel a little tense. Her whole point is basically, if you're completely innocent, why not speak up? Why stay quiet while all these accusations are flying around? Now, to be fair, silence doesn't mean guilt at all. But you already know how the internet reacts. People start connecting dots that may not even exist, building theories and running with them like it's fact. And this is where things get even more intense. There's a growing theory online claiming that Jay-Z might have been pulling strings behind the scenes while Diddy ends up taking the heat. Some people are even saying Jay-Z used his influence to protect himself and shift attention away. Now let's be real, that's a huge claim. There's no solid proof behind it, just a wave of speculation spreading online. But with the timing of everything happening all at once, it's got people questioning things they never even thought twice about before. And you know what makes this theory stick a little more for some people? Jay-Z's reputation. He's always been seen as super calculated, quiet, and strategic, the type who moves in silence and plays the long game. So now people are starting to wonder.
Speaking of, in particular, Netflix docuseries that you've been working on, Did He Do It?
Right.
You've been saying for years that you feel you knew Diddy's character.
Right.
Yet you said you weren't a part of that lifestyle, you weren't going to the parties. So what makes you so absolutely sure that these kinds of allegations that we've seen against him are true?
Well, I'm surprised by the allegations, as surprised as everyone else. Like, I didn't make the allegations. I didn't tell people to say these things.
What if there's more happening behind the scenes than anyone realizes? And just when it seems like things couldn't get any heavier, more serious allegations start getting mentioned. There are claims being talked about involving an incident connected to a young person at an after party back in 2000. Yeah, that part is extremely serious, no doubt about it. And now some voices online are even going as far as saying he could face legal trouble soon. But hold on, because there's another side to this story. Jay-Z has strongly denied all of these claims. Not just a quiet denial either. He came out firm, saying these accusations are a setup. He's even accused attorney Tony Busby of trying to extort him. His position is crystal clear. He's not settling, he's not backing down, and he's ready to fight this in court. So now everything feels split right down the middle. On one side, people believe there's something deeper going on, something hidden that's finally being exposed. On the other side, Jay-Z is standing firm saying all of this is false, exaggerated, and driven by money. He's making it clear he believes there's nothing real behind these claims. But wait, this next part feels almost random, yet somehow still important. There are rumors about tension at one of Jay-Z and Beyoncé's Oscar after-parties. A huge night, super exclusive, packed with celebrities. Everyone who matters is in the room. And then suddenly talk starts spreading that Justin Bieber and Usher got into a heated argument. Some people even claim it got physical. Now, is that directly tied to everything else going on? Maybe not, but the timing, the vibe, the way all of this is surfacing at once, it adds to that feeling that something just isn't right behind the scenes in that circle. And that's what makes this whole situation feel so intense. It's not just one accusation, it's layers on top of layers. Different names, different stories, old rumors resurfacing, new claims popping up everywhere. It leaves people sitting there wondering, what's actually true here? Because right now, it feels like everything is unfolding in real time, and nobody really knows just how big this situation could get. And now it's reaching a whole different level, because this isn't just staying in rumors anymore. It's turning into a full public storm. Social media is going wild, clips are spreading fast, and everyone seems to have an opinion on what's really going on. You've got people digging up old interviews, past moments, even lyrics, trying to connect everything together like it's some kind of puzzle. And the more they look, the more theories start popping up. Some of them don't even make sense, but that's not stopping anyone from sharing them. At the same time, others are pushing back hard, saying this is exactly how narratives get twisted online.
It comes out, I see it in the news like everyone else, but I did feel uncomfortable with the way you would present the idea of going to these projects.
To come party with me.
Yeah, and then that swayed me away from it, just that alone.
So you didn't realize
As much stuff was coming, like when I seen today, it was allegations of 3 men that said he drugged them and
They're warning that speculation can quickly turn into misinformation, especially when big names are involved and emotions are running high. Meanwhile, the silence from certain key figures is only making the noise louder. Every day that passes without clear answers just seems to pull more people into the conversation. So now everything feels like it's building up. More eyes, more questions, more pressure. And the biggest question hanging over all of it is simple. When something finally does come out, is it going to clear things up or make everything even messier? And now things are starting to shift again because people aren't just watching anymore. They're picking sides. Some are standing firmly with Jay-Z, saying there's no real evidence and this all feels like a coordinated attack. Others are convinced there's too much smoke for there not to be something going on. And you can see the divide getting bigger by the day. One side is calling out how fast rumors spread without proof, while the other side keeps pointing at all these moments, all these connections, saying it can't just be coincidence. Even media outlets are starting to circle the story more closely, not confirming anything major, but definitely paying attention to how fast this is growing. And when mainstream attention starts creeping in, you already know things are getting serious. At the same time, people are watching closely to see if anyone else speaks up, because in situations like this, it only takes one more voice, one more statement, and everything can shift instantly. So now it feels like a waiting game. The tension is building, the conversations are getting louder, and everyone's locked in trying to figure out what happens next. Because if something big drops, this whole situation could flip overnight. And now it's getting to that point where people are starting to ask, how does this all end? Because situations like this don't just disappear overnight, especially when so many names and stories are involved. Some believe this will eventually move into the legal spotlight, where actual facts, not rumors, get put on the table. And if that happens, everything changes. No more guessing, no more online theories, just real outcomes that people can't ignore. Others think this might slowly fade if nothing concrete comes out, because the internet moves fast and today's biggest story can become tomorrow's forgotten headline. But with this many layers, that doesn't feel guaranteed at all. And let's be real, the reputations involved here are massive. We're talking about names that have shaped the culture for years. So anything that sticks, even a little, can have a long-term impact. Right now, it feels like everything is hanging in the balance. One update, one statement, one piece of confirmed information could swing everything in a completely different direction. So all eyes are still locked in, waiting to see what breaks next. Because whatever happens from here, it's not going to go unnoticed. And now it's hitting a point where even people who weren't paying attention before are starting to tune in. This isn't just staying in one corner anymore, it's spreading everywhere. Conversations, podcasts, live streams, everybody is talking about it. You've got fans rewatching old clips, revisiting past events, and questioning moments that never seemed suspicious before. It's like everything is being looked at through a completely different lens now. At the same time, there's a growing call for facts over noise. More people are starting to say, show real proof or stop pushing it, because the line between speculation and reality is getting blurry fast. But even with that pushback, the curiosity isn't slowing down. If anything, it's getting stronger, because the mix of silence, denial, rumors, and bold claims is keeping people locked in. And that's where things stand right now, right in the middle of uncertainty. Nobody has the full picture, but everyone's watching like something big could drop at any second. Because if this situation takes one more unexpected turn, it could completely change how everything is being viewed right now. So now I gotta ask you, because at this point, everybody has something to say. Do you think 50 Cent is really exposing something serious, or is this just industry drama spiraling out of control? And if Jay-Z actually moves forward with that lawsuit, does that make him look more solid and confident? Or does it just make the whole situation even messier? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'm trying to see where everyone stands on this. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and stay locked in for more updates and all the latest tea as this keeps unfolding.